Man, this game is crazy. You know, you come out here 1 week, you look like a major champion, the next week you look like a 25 handicapper from Crabapple, North Dakota. But
let's go, bro.
3 shots, 4 par, I just do 2, 1 putt, par 4, birdie. Ooh, new driver, info, replace, M2, par 5, fairway, what you fin do? Think I'll try to get on into, start right, good line, good view, it drew, shooter McGavin, 2 thumbs that's up high and 2 fingers pointed at you, pew pew, fairway to green, conk off that I'm playing. Sometimes these part 3 green look like an island, a punch and keep it on dry land, at least I'm a try man, up with the 5 and might use the trap man. I got a check man, line tango ball speed, rated that backsman, and where that ball land. Watch that's on my hand, is yours not the time, man. Yeah, that's my garment. I feel like Ron, man. Not talking noodles, I'm talking about John, man. And Gary Woodland, stripes up with Travis Fulton, got me striping like Dustin Johnson. 59 watchdog, the way that.
It's game time, baby. We are here, right? We are back. The boys are back from Corpus Christi Fins and Pins, episode 147. Nothing is OB South Texas Golf Podcast. I'm Andy Torres, and that is my boy Arnold, Bucky, Brucey, Chato, Chito.
Let's go.
Right there. Golf is golf. Read it for me. I'm having trouble reading it. What does yours say? I know your name.
So mine says golf is more mindset than physical abilities. Lesson learned this past weekend. We'll get into it later, but man, that's just what I had to emphasize on, man. That's the credo for today's show.
I got a banger for y'all tonight. We got a golf journalist, Texas golf writer, Art Stricklin on from the Art of Golf. He's going to talk about this badass tournament. He just came back from Iceland. They got some great golf over there. He said about 250 golfers. And also we have one of our fellow FOREBROS rival from this past weekend. He put it on your boy. I ran into a buzzsaw, Camarillo. Issac Camarillo will be on the show later to kind of do a little recap, talk about this matchup that, man, dude, he was a stud this weekend. He was a stud.
Dude, he was lights out, bro.
Not that I helped the situation any bit, but man,
yeah,
he was tough to beat. He was tough to beat this past weekend. But before we continue things off here, we got some explicit content right here, just in case. For those of y'all that are watching the show that might be a little bit under the age or that might be over the age. The views or opinions expressed by the host and guest may or may not be shared by the sponsor supporters. Listen at your own discretion.
Yep.
All right. We get a little bit.
And really get some good comments going on here, Andy. So Jordan says we need to work on that Charles Barkley backswing, Brucey. We're going to stretch you out. So, I mean, that video does me no justice, man.
But you know what? But that is your swing in a nutshell here. And just like I always compared it to, I said, man, I think the first time we met several years back, I said, dude, you got like that Tony Finau backswing, even though he's about 6'4", doing that same swing. And you're like me, 5 foot nothing, and five and some change doing that same swing. And
he drives 275, 300 plus. I'm barely at the 150.
Well, got some good stuff for us, for our guest and for our viewers tonight. Make sure, guys, you chime in. And Brucey's going to go ahead and bring up those comments tonight. We also like to thank our presenting sponsor, FOREBROS Tour. Nothing is OB South Texas Golf Podcast is presented by FOREBROS Tour. Never golf alone again. If you don't have a home, FOREBROS Tour has a home for you. We've got all different types of games at our outings. We have net, gross, king of the par threes, never golf alone again. And also, FOREBROS Tour does not take any admin fees or take any of your money. Every dollar you put in, you get a chance to win. That's FOREBROS Tour. Check us out on Facebook, on UG, at Unknown Golf. FOREBROS Tour, never golf alone again.
Let's go.
Thank you to our sponsors, FOREBROS Tour. And it was tough this past weekend. Just doing a slight recap here until we bring Art Stricklin on the show. And I'm going to talk to Art about putting together a FOREBROS golf trip for us in regards to maybe Pinehurst, maybe there in Scotland where they're having the Open. Before we get
stamps on my passport.
Okay, so what countries have you been to besides the United States?
Mexico. We went to a Playa del Carmen 1 year. The Bahamas. Esther has Dominican.
I didn't ask about Esther. I asked.
I was saying I wanted Dominican, but I didn't get to go. But that's it. Just Bahamas and Mexico. That's all I got, really, man.
Are you sure it's not Bahama Bucks that you got
That's
the
what it
best?
was, dude. I was wondering what it was.
Well, I've only had Mexico, and I've seen Canada. Being in Detroit, being right there at Lake Michigan, I've seen it from afar, but
Right.
it was closed due to COVID. We were there right just as Detroit was opening weekend, and the ferries and the tunnel to Canada was closed off, and so that's about as close as I've come to Canada. I'm always looking to travel. I'm kind of scared though. I've always been scared of Europe just because you've seen the movie Hostel, you've seen all these other.
Tell me about it, bro.
Hey,
You know who to
dude,
trust?
we're cute little guys, bro.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Taken,
So
that movie Taken, right? But I mean, I'm not a chick, right? But hey, you don't know nowadays, right? But no, going back to Canada, when I was in the oil and gas, 2017, I was doing some work up in North Dakota. Dude, I was a mile away, Andy, from the Canadian border. All I had to do was make a left and drive up some, and I didn't do it, bro. I was too late to get, like, I was running behind to get to the job site, but I was like, dude, 1 mile away, dude, and I didn't do it.
that doesn't sound like you, because you're early everywhere. Like if somebody tells you 7:00, you're there like at 5:30. You're waiting in the parking lot.
Anxiety, bro. Stories of anxiety.
So all right. So just before we bring Art on, man, this is some disappointment this past weekend,
Dude,
man.
Disappointment, bro.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh.
you and I partnered up. And I'll be honest, man. Like I told you this over the phone. I was trying to ride that back, bro, and I depended on you a lot, dude. But at the end of the day, bro, we're a team. There's no I in team. I wasn't holding my end of the bargain, bro, but my game was whack, bro, whack.
And see it, and I think that's the thing too. I'm glad to hear you admit that. I know it was kind of hard to swallow. We were going through it was a roller coaster of emotions. One good thing would happen, and then two bad things would happen, right? And my game was just unimaginable. It was tough. I had to look the man in the mirror. Thank God the mirror was up here, so I really couldn't. I couldn't look at him, and it was tough. It was a hard pill to swallow. Issac Camarillo, I mean, he was playing tough, and so I had to step my game up. And in return, I played poorly. I mean, he was 5 strokes better than me. We were down 2 at one point. We came all the way back to tie it up. And we couldn't keep it, man. We couldn't keep it going.
We got some good comments coming in. My godson's out here supporting me out in Alex. What's going on, guys? Hope y'all are doing well. We got Mike Austin, man. Brucey, how was that dip cone? It was supposed to be dip cone. It sounds kind of fruity, man. Dip cum though, but I wasn't able to get that dip cone though. And then this one's good, dude. Mario put it on you, Andy.
Did he really?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Ask him. You rode with him. What did you think? What did he say?
Who said me? I rode with him. Oh yeah, he said. Oh, so yes, I rode. I didn't get what you said, but yeah, I rode with him. And so on the way home, he said you were tough, man. But he said there was a couple of holes where he was just.
I'm telling you, I was fighting my drive, dude. And you saw it. Like my game was not sharp, and I mean he's a good player. I wish I could have been better this weekend. You know what I mean? Like I still don't think. But you know what? That means hopefully he'll give me some pops next time.
Right? That's what I told him. You see, and you know what, did you know, bro, that Mario would want Mario, right? Mario would never give me pops, bro, when I would play him. He'd be, come on, Arnold, take me. Like, let's go, bro. Like, I'm like, bro, you're like a 5. I'm a 30, bro.
Because Freddie, you have a good game. I mean, for those of you that never play with Freddie, you're not a good partner. And I mean, you're not. You're right. You just and then you know what? I had somebody ask me the other day. They're like, "Has Freddie ever been on a team?" I said, "I don't think since Pop Warner." and
that's since Madden 15, bro.
in honor
I took away my PlayStation, bro.
In honor of NCAA 25 coming out, right?
Hey, dude, Robert's coming in clutch though. Robert said free lessons for all that played in the pins and fins.
Well, Robert's a Muslim, but you know what? I think we need something. We need the Quran, we need the Torah, we need the Bible, we need something. I don't think Jesus can help some of our games. That's how bad it was for the FOREBROS this weekend. We got taken to the tool shit.
Bro, I was this close, Andy, to taking pictures of my clubs and putting them on Facebook Market, bro. Like I swear.
But nobody would want those things. Those things are pretty old. So you know what? I'll give you $20 for them if you want.
Hey, Hey, money helps out anywhere, right, bro? I had to make up for all my losses, bro. My wife was like, "What did you do?" I said, "I was about to go put a second mortgage on my home, bro."
It was tough, and we're going to talk about Isaac. We're going to talk to Isaac here later in the second part of the show. He's going to talk about his good round. Man, I wish I would have caught him the second day, because the second day he shot an 80. You know, I shot an 80. I went 79 to 82. But man, I was spraying the driver left and right. Distance control was hard. I made some putts, but man, all the clutch putts I was making, they were for like par, for bogey, double bogey. I was like, man, it
look like me.
those bogey putts were rolling in nice, though. I'll tell you that much.
Nice, bro.
All right, so we have him out here. Let's go ahead and bring in our man, Art Stricklin, fresh coming. He's at the Women's U.S. Open right now.
Wow.
In preparation. All right,
let's go.
Women's amateur.
Women's amateur. The women's am out there. And are you in Tulsa?
Yeah, Tulsa, Southern Hills Country Club.
Art, how you doing, brother?
Man, our world traveler, going from Reykjavik, Iceland to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and a few stops in between. That's a journey.
Well, shoot, man, tell us a little bit about your tournament. I know you, man, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you put up with the travel, with everything, and still having to put some work in. And I mean, but your work is on the golf course, and here you go, doing this, right? Doing a little bit of this on the keypad.
I tell you what, this is a great event, and you know, one of the most unique golf events anywhere. And I think that's what makes golf fun, like you were talking about. Playing unique places, going to unique events and unique experience, and really nothing more unique than the 2024 Arctic Open, sponsored by Iceland Air, which, as you might guess, is the leading airline in Iceland. But we, like I said, got the invitation to come, wanted to play. You got some great pictures there, and flew from Dallas to New York to Reykjavik, Iceland, which is the capital of Iceland. Then flew to Arkburo, and Arkburo is a town of about 17,000 people, and that is where the tournament took place. It is the second largest town in Iceland, next to Reykjavik, and really just some spectacular scenery. This is the 25th annual Arctic Open, and it's called the Midnight Sun Open because in the summertime you've got about 30 minutes of darkness. Really hard to call it darkness, it's more like dusk, and so you tee off from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. That's the tee times, and 250 people there, all teeing off from the first tee. And so last group gets finished about 3 or 3:30 in the morning. Perfect light, like it is here at 7 or 8 o'clock, I guess. And you come in, have a little Icelandic lamb, which is big there, and have a little happy wedding cake. And of course, you've got to have a little libations at that time of the night. So, it's an incredibly unique event. Really glad I went. People there from Mexico, people there from Canada, from America, from Iceland, Europe, Scotland. We had a group there from England, and I talked to these two groups from New York City, and two father and sons playing together. And they just said, we read about this a long time ago. We thought, how cool would it be to be playing in Iceland at the Midnight Sun, the Arctic Open? And, we wanted to make this a bucket list. And that, as we've talked, that's what the art of golf is about. It's about bucket lists. And this was a bucket list for these guys. So incredible time. We teed off in the afternoon. I was playing with a couple guys from Scotland. One worked for the Reuters there, and I worked for the BBC. You see my group there. And really good. Weather was not bad. I really was thinking it might be colder than that, but it was probably maybe 40s in the morning, maybe 50, 52 in the afternoon. We had sun one day, as you can see there, and then we had some rain and, clouds another day, but this spectacular scenery. Golf course is really good. Jack Nicklaus actually has been to this golf course. Jack came in 1992 to do a clinic here after designing the golf course. So I can finally say that me and Jack Nicklaus have something in common. We have both played our rookie golf club in Iceland. And, I'm not sure what Jack shot, maybe a little bit better than me, but he didn't have any more fun because great tournament, unique, getting to meet people from all over the world. There's some people there from Arizona, Alice and Danny Scott, who I know. And, it's a great team. People wearing their country uniforms. The Canadians were dressed all in the red and white maple leaf, had the cape. They had Europeans had their colors on. Europe 2024 was going on while we were there. So when we were not playing golf or eating or drinking the local product, so a lot of Europe 2024, as they would call it over there, football, as we would say here in the more enlightened America, we called that soccer. But great experience. Really glad I went. And I talked to the tournament director, and he said, we're looking to book people for next year. It's an easy flight. Like I said, New York direct to Reykjavik. You can also fly on Iceland Air from Raleigh, Durham. You can fly.
How long did it take from where you took off?
It took me about 3 hours to get to New York, and it took me about 6 hours from New York to Reykjavik. Wow. And for the older crowd, not you young guys, of course, but for the older crowd, Reykjavik is famous for where Reagan and Gorbachev had their famous summit in 1986.
Their meeting, yeah.
Yeah, and where they really at the height of the Cold War. And there's a plaque up in the hut where they met is still there. And then back in 1972, the match of the century in in chess between Bobby Fischer and Boris Spassky took place there in 1972.
The Cold War right there.
Yeah, and there's a great movie on ESPN. Do you ever can see it called Searching for Bobby Fischer?
Yeah.
It talks about how he won there and then how he remained in Iceland and lived most of his life in Iceland and is actually buried in Iceland. So Very cool, spectacular scenery. We did whale watching one day. We did the thermal baths one day. And, I thought in my little narrow Texas mind, when they said whale watching, I'm thinking big ship, big railing. We look over the railing and there are the whales. And then we get to take pictures and everybody's having a good time. But no, we were in one of these maybe 14, 16-foot Zodiac boats.
Ooh.
And
that's scary, man. That's scary.
I can imagine.
Maybe 10 feet from the whales, maybe 10 feet. So, and we had a survival thing. That should have been my first clue that we weren't just going out on a leisure cruise because we had to put on the survival suit that floats and inflates and you got a whistle and you've got a vest. And so, but like I said, golf is all about experiences and there can't be a better experience than the Arctic Open, sponsored by Iceland Air because, you can fly Iceland Air to the event. You can take advantage of the food, the golf, the hospitality, and just the natural scenery. I mean, it's incredible. So, it's a little far removed from South Texas, but when you think about it, and you need a unique experience, there's nothing more unique than this.
Well, Art, you've traveled all over the world, all over the country playing golf. And, I'm curious to think how my question to you is, how is it you're right there in the mountains. Is it the elevation? Is it similar, say playing in Colorado, playing in the mountains? How is the elevation out there? Because I see the mountains right behind you. I don't know what mountains are those?
Those are the Iceland Mountains.
My
Anybody
geography's
knows
horrible.
that. I mean,
Your geography's off, dude.
Hey, I was like, are those
Appalachians or the Rockies?
are those the Rockies? That's right. Are those the Rockies? Is that
That's
Sierra
Iceland.
Madre right there?
Now you're not as I mean, it's not like 8,000 or 9,000 feet of elevation. It's not like that. It would be more like if some of the viewers, some of the watchers, probably maybe golf in Alaska, similar to that. You're not as high an elevation as you're in Colorado or places like that, but just the scenery is spectacular. It's so cool to go to these golf courses because the first day we had hot chocolate and ham sandwiches at the turn. And so you need a hot chocolate and ham sandwiches there in Iceland. Second day, we had, like I said, we had, some fish and some chicken and everything. So, great hospitality, great people. And I think sometimes you think golf is just what I play. That's golf to me. I go out to Randolph. I'll go to Brack. When I really want to live large, I'll go to Cedar Creek or something like that.
Hey, it's in the process of being redone right now.
Almost.
Cedar Creek, it's almost ready.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that the fact that when you get a chance to take these opportunities, you can. And I certainly, and not spending much time thinking about this. When I got the opportunity, I start looking at it. Arctic Open, I think there's a website, arcticopen.com. And I said, man, what a cool place this would be. So I actually was at the U.S. Open at Pinehurst, and I flew almost directly from there to Iceland. Well, it dropped at about 40 degrees, 50 degrees, something like that. But
did you pack accordingly?
I think I did. Yeah, I think I had long sleeves and sweaters. And well, like I said, it wasn't quite as cold as I thought it would be, really, because I've been to Greenland, and I think the saying is very accurate. You may have heard this. There is no ice in Iceland, and there is no green in Greenland. And since I've been to both places now.
Let me take that note down.
Since I've been to both places, I think I can say that's a pretty accurate statement.
How many stamps do you have on your passport? Art, I want to know.
Oh, God. I've got a lot. I've got a whole lot.
I'm sure that thing's beat pretty good, huh?
Right.
Beat up pretty good. I got to have it but when someone told me when I went, I think I was in China or somewhere. He goes, don't ever let that passport outside of your sight. He said, you keep it with you at all times because that's the only thing keeping between you and getting back to the United States of America.
Yep.
So don't ever let that passport out of your sight. But like I said, really fun trip. The people were super nice. I met, people there from England. I met people there from, Greenland. We played in Reykjavik. We played a couple of golf courses there. The sea, the land, and the sky river courses. And so, it's neat stuff. The scenery incredible. The golf courses, their season is probably between May to October, 1st of May to 1st of October. That's when you can play.
And right now, I don't mean to cut you off, but right now, I remember you telling me, I guess, they have long days right now, right? So there's a lot of golf being played right now.
Yeah. Oh, like I said, you go, we had some people playing until 3 a.m. And that's, it's bright light. And you better have some good blackout curtains at your hotel or you're never getting any sleep, And so it was the coolest thing. But when we played, 2 weeks before we played, I had 4 inches of snow there and about an inch of ice. And so, I went from Pinehurst, where the greens are stimping probably at about 14 to 15, to Greenland, where the greens might have been stimping 4 or 5. Because of the snow and the ice. And really, they're kind of in the midst of their season now. And, but the course is in great shape, the courses. And so, wasn't anything out of bounds, a lot of water, a lot of brush. But I just so appreciate getting to do a bucket list item like this. And that's why I really want to talk about it because, as you know, the Art of Golf Travel does a lot of fun trips, but this is something I'd really never considered. The Arctic Open 2024 presented by Arctic Air. And then I guess I could have stayed over for the Open Championship this week. And, you know, maybe I should have done that. I played Troon back in May. So
well, there you go. Excuse me. You had the perfect lead up to it because for those of y'all that don't know, we have a regular on our show, the president of the Texas Golf Writers Association. We have Art Stricklin, who runs the Art of Golf, golf travel, bucket list courses. So that's what we want to hear. You know, we want to hear about the amazing trips and the amazing places where you're able to take anybody.
right.
Now, you said you played Troon. What do you think these guys are going to be facing with? I mean, we have for our time, it's 1:30 in the morning that where a lot of these guys are going to tee off. What do you think? Some of these, it looks a lot greener, and we hear a lot of people talking about. We hear media guys talking about that. This might not be one of those, I guess, traditional opens because of how green the course is.
Yeah, the weather looks favorable. You know, over in Scotland, they've got a great term. They say sometimes the weather can turn dodgy, and that means bad. And it doesn't look like we're going to have any dodgy weather this week. It looks like, you know, it could be windy on Friday, but not a lot of rain, you know. But, you know, rough is going to be really tough. You know, there's 98 bunkers at Troon, 98.
Wow.
And they're not the bunkers that the pros aim for like they do in America. These are bunkers that, you know, are pot bunkers, and they're steep and they're deep. If
Coffin
you get
bunkers.
in, you know, you may not be getting out for a while. So, you know, this is more like a traditional links course where it goes out, you turn around and come back. And so 9 and 10 are probably the furthest away from the clubhouse of any of the holes there. Then you turn around and come back. The prevailing wind is to go downwind on the front 9 and then go upwind on the back 9. So the back 9 has the toughest holes, the longest holes, and also you're going to be playing into the wind for the most part coming back. So, you know, if you see a guy go off 400 or 500 par maybe at the turn, don't think he's got it mastered because the tough holes are coming. And so I like guys like Tommy Fleetwood. I think Tommy has played really good lately, and you know hasn't won, but very close to winning. Also, I like a guy to keep an eye on, Colin Morikawa. You know, he's won a British Open. People forget that he won the British and the PGA back-to-back years, but really playing good golf. He was in the Scottish Open top 10 last week. He can putt it, and he hits a low ball. And that's the thing. You've got to hit the ball low because of the wind factor. And I don't know if you saw some footage of Tiger hitting the ball.
Yeah,
Tiger's got them stingers. This is Tiger's type of tourney right there.
It really is. Well,
let him run.
So, you know, I've said that Tiger making the cut's a victory for Tiger.
Hell yeah!
But I think this week, you know, hitting some stingers, hitting it low. He's so smart. I think he'll stay out of the bunkers. If he gets the rock rolling, look out. You know.
What do you think? What do you think about Colin Montgomery's comment about Tiger that, you know, he should hang it up?
Too,
yeah, I would think that's probably ranks one of the top 10 stupidest things Colin's ever said. And he said a lot.
He just wants to be relevant
he
again.
He used to call him Mrs. Doubtfire when he played here in America.
It was a run by fruiting.
Yeah, I like Tiger's comment. He said, you know, I've got an exemption till I'm 60. And then I can make a decision when I get to 60. Colin doesn't have an exemption till he gets to be 60. So he didn't get to make that decision. So, you know, come on, man. It's Tiger Woods. You let him play as much and as often as he wants to and see what happens. But I think that, you know, Tiger's problem, I think everybody knows this, Tiger's problem is walking and flexibility. And so that's why courses like Augusta, that are really hard walks, it's hard for him. Let's just face it. So I think that, Troon is pretty flat, very little elevation change. He's hitting stingers. The weather is not going to be super cold. He'll be able to warm up his back, which is another problem. But I think he can make the cut. I really do. Played some good golf at Pinehurst and kind of ran out of steam. So we'll see what happens. But I like a lot. I like a lot Tommy Fleetwood. I like a lot Colin Morikawa. A lot of people are picking Rory as a Hollywood ending. I swore off ever picking Rory.
Thank you.
After the last few, but he's pulling me back. But at that level, it's mental. And
Thank you, Art.
It's not missing a 3-foot putt. It's not like we got to show Rory, here's how you put the ball. It's mental. Do you think you're going to make the 3-foot putt? And he admitted.
Control your emotions.
He admitted on 16 that he got nervous and wasn't sure if you can make it. Then on 18, he admits, I'm looking at Bryson. He's in trouble. I'm thinking I got it. Guys that are strong-minded, don't worry about that. Yep. A 3-foot putt on 16 at the U.S. Open is like a 3-foot putt for, a 6-pack of beer and $5 with your buddies. Same putt. And I think that's what Rory struggles with. I really do.
Well, for those of y'all, if you're just joining us in right now, we have Art Stricklin, president of the Texas Golf Writers Association, on, one of the GOATs out there for golf journalism. He runs The Art of Golf. You could reach him at theartofgolf.com. He will make The Art of Golf Travel. Thank you. Theartofgolftravel.com. He can make all these bucket list courses come true. All right, Art, before we let you go right now, Art, give us one guy that you think can do it. I know you mentioned several. One guy you think can do it, and then one sleeper for this Open that's going to take place about 1:30 in the morning here, AM, United States time.
I like Colin. I'm going to pick Colin as a guy I really think can do it. I think, Scotty obviously is the obvious pick. He hadn't played in a few weeks, been out with his family, good for him. I'm not sure that he's got the preparation that he needs. And so I really like Colin a lot. As far as dark horse, Tiger's not a dark horse because I don't think he'll contend on Sunday, but I do think he'll make the cut. But a dark horse that will be there on Sunday, I like Tommy Fleetwood. I think it's his time. I think he's playing at home, swinging free, played some really good golf, a lot of top 10s lately. So give me Tommy Fleetwood for my dark horse.
All right, I like that. What is it? European Jesus, right? That's what they call him.
I hadn't heard that, but that's good. I like that.
All right, guys.
Like I said, all right, so check it out. Arctic Open 2025, going to be in June next year.
Let's go.
What a bucket list. You want a unique event, Arctic Open, Iceland Air. You can see the pictures there. That's the combo I'd be checking out for 2025.
Nice.
All right. That's Art Stricklin right there. You can reach him at artofgolftravel.com. And like I said, Art, you got to make some time for me, brother, because I need a FOREBROS event in the works. I need you to tell me, you got to give me some good rates, and you need to make it happen for us, man. You got to put something good together for us FOREBROS, man.
Trip.
All right.
Well, I like it. FOREBROS.
All right, guys. That's Art Stricklin. Art, thanks so much for being on the show tonight, brother. Hey, rock it out there, man. Out there in Tulsa, Oklahoma, man.
Sir.
All right. At the U.S. Women's Amateur Open.
Living on Tulsa time.
There you
All right,
go.
thanks, guys. Enjoyed it.
All right,
Yes,
brother.
sir.
Take care. All right, guys. So we're going to bring on one of our FOREBROS right here. And he was one of our rivals this past weekend. And man, like I called him Buzz. I called him Buzzsaw. I called him Buzzsaw Camarillo this past weekend. Well, at least for Saturday. All right. But before we get to him, a word from our sponsor, Metal Stacks. Brad Ishins with Metal Stacks, FOREBROS board member and gold sponsor of the Nothing is Obese South Texas Golf Podcast. Special thanks to our gold sponsor and FOREBROS tour board member, Brad Ishins with Metal Stacks. Metal Stacks is a precious metals collectors club and has the lowest pricing for gold and silver coins, rounds, bars online. They offer 3 different options. 1, you can purchase silver and gold at retail. 2, you can join the club and purchase precious metals at either wholesale or at cost. Or 3, you can join Brad's team, where you can earn free silver, unlimited retail commissions, and bonuses up to $16,000 per week. Woo! That's some good coin, literally. If I can trust Brad, you should too. All you got to do is text Nothing is OB to Brad at 210-274-5894 to learn more. Also, you can hit him up on his Facebook page at MSBrad. Also, please visit his website at msbrad.com. That is Brad Ishins, gold sponsor of Nothing is OB South Texas Golf Podcast. Thank you, Brad, for your sponsorship.
Oh, there he is.
All right, there he is. Issac Camarillo. What's up, my brother?
What's up? Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. How y'all doing?
Hey, man. We could be doing a lot like you.
Better.
We could be doing better. We could be doing better.
And a lot richer, but it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, well,
brother, thanks so much for being on the show, man. And tell us, you went 74 and 80 out there this past weekend at the Fins and Pins FOREBROS Alice Sandbaggers event. What were your thoughts and what were your takeaways from this past weekend?
oh man, going into a big tournament, everybody's gonna have a lot of jitters and stuff like that. And I went in just telling myself, hey man, this is just a regular skins game. You're gonna play with your boy Andy, even though he's been calling you out, wanting that smoke the whole time.
I wanted it. You gave it to me. Shit.
You didn't want it.
I did want it. I wanted it. I got it.
Hey, you wanted it, but your game didn't.
No, my game never wants it.
Hey, but
Isaac,
Brucey
tell him,
was
bro.
pretty upset out there, man. He wanted it more than you did, that's for sure.
Well, it's the want. The want. There's the will, and then there's the want. You know what I mean? The will and the want to win is important, but the will to prepare is even more important.
Right.
You know, because some of the things, the takeaways, you know, like a lot of people ask Brucey, what do you do when you practice out there? He says, what do you say, Brucey, when you're out there practicing?
Practice? What's practice?
There you go. Right there. Like Allen Iverson. We're talking about practice. We're talking about practice.
Yeah,
All right,
you got to put in that work. You got to put in that work.
So take us through. Everyone knows you've been playing well, and I did. I wanted it. And but I'm gonna tell you, you know, you and Colton had a really good flow in regards to a partnership.
Yeah.
And I think that was one thing that really helped you because I mean you played solid, but I think sometimes he was able to pick you up when, and I think that's the thing in regards to the team. You have to, we call it brother-in-law. You have to brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times in regards to Freddie and I, we both had a bad hole. And as opposed to maybe one partner having a good hole, bad hole, and I think we both picked.
Our game wasn't complimenting each other.
Right. Yeah. Me and Colton, man, I met him down here about 2 or 3 years ago. He's actually from San Antonio. I met him over here, Gabe Lozano. He was passing through. Hey, can I pass y'all in a group? Right. It was me and my buddy. He wanted to pass us. I said, fuck that. Come play with us, bro. You're not going to slow us down. Let's just, make a big old group here. And after that, bro, we've been friends, been playing golf. And he's around, I would give him like a 16, 18 handicap. And we've been playing for a lot of years already. Our camaraderie, our freaking vibes are there. So we already knew we were going to go in with high vibes. It was just a matter of scoring, trying to keep that brother-in-law going for sure.
So what would you say on Saturday? You played out there at Oso and you shot a 74. What do you think? I guess the biggest key is playing to Oso, and I think Oso is just a little bit closer to the water there in Corpus Christi.
Yeah, so we usually get wind out there, and fortunate for the FOREBROS, there wasn't a whole lot of wind the way we normally experience it. So it was a fairly decent day. I was able to shoot, honestly, what was my PR. My lowest there had been a 76. So if it wasn't for that double on the last hole, it could have been a 72. But 74, I'll take it. I think going out there also, you definitely just got to play, safe golf and then take your chances whenever it's there. And you'll be able to shoot low for sure. Because on some holes, when there's water left and you're thinking about it, well, you're going to go right to the water.
Dang. Yep.
I'm glad you called out Brucey just like that on
I know,
13.
bro. Thanks, Isaac, man. I was trying to get the water out of my mind.
You're not safe around here. There's no FOREBROS safe around here, especially.
No, it is not, bro. Shots fired.
Hey, but real quick on that note, I just want to send a shout out to all the sandbaggers, all the boys out there coming out this weekend. You know,
sandbaggers.
Yeah, it was short
Show's
notice.
over.
And,
Show's over, Isaac.
And
Show's
I think
over.
Patty was out there saying, "Oh, you know, little boy, we got the A team coming next time." But you know what? Y'all went against the Sandbagger C team as well, so we got 8 players coming next time.
Y'all had players that didn't even know that were part of Alice.
Remember that, Jeremiah, Mario. Remember that. Isaac saying C team right there.
Yeah, C team.
Oh, no. Yeah, my boy, me and Mario, we held it down. Those are the original Sandbaggers right there, and Victor. And you know, we definitely came out and we represented. Uncle Leo picked a good team, so next time we're gonna pick a better team.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought up Uncle Leo. Do you like riding with your uncle in the golf cart?
I love riding with my uncle. What are you talking about?
Come on, man. Nothing is OB right here, boy. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
When me and Leo are vibing and playing great golf, nobody's gonna beat us, man. And when we are playing, you know, shit golf, it's because we're talking shit to each other and, you know, running each other up our necks. But it's all love. You know, he wishes the best for me and I wish the best for him. And at the end of the day, I started real like shooting 100 golf and Leo was playing phenomenal golf. So I wanted to catch up to him. When I started playing some decent golf, it was like, oh, I almost beat Leo, or, you know, I'm right there with Leo. And now, you know, it's more so like, I'm just focused on my own game. Fuck Leo. You know, I love him. I need my own. I need to worry about my own game. And lately, you know, worrying about my own game has been taking me to, you know, another level of golf that I hadn't experienced before. But it's going good. I'm trying to ride that wave, man.
Well, I think you played solid, man. I don't think on Saturdays around there at Oso Beach, there in Corpus Christi at the Fins and Pins event, I don't think you missed one fairway. I don't think you missed one fairway.
Yeah, and along with that, not only, you know, I didn't miss a fairway, but it wasn't like I was hitting 200 yards either. I felt like I was smashing the ball, bro. Swinging easy, you know, just trying to get hit in the sweet spot, and that thing was just, you know, going as far as that I could see it, and I can't see that far.
Yep. Bro, I think like what also was good, bro, was your putting. And I want like not to call out a certain hole, but there was that par 3 where you went into the sand trap. You couldn't get out of sand trap on your first. You got out on your second attempt, and you're up there for bogey. So like again, and I mean, Art just talked about it, mindset. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I was like, dude, like his mind's got to be fucked up right now. Like this guy just shot 2 out of the bunker, and what'd you do? And it's like Andy told me on that par 3. Brucey, you gave up. I said that went in the water, Isaac. Yeah. I gave up. I shut down.
I remember.
And it's like, bro, dude, I was hitting 3. I could have hit 3 laid up and then major 4 just like you did. Yeah. I gave up. And that's just the difference between where your mindset's at.
And that's like, something that I'm always battling, man. You know, if anybody's gonna beat me on the golf course, it's myself. It's gonna be my mind game. Everybody knows, you know, I'm hard on myself. Yeah. I know what I got. I know the potential, but as long as I'm cooling it, and that whole day, man, when I made a mistake, you know, let's go see what's going to happen over there. Let's go make a better shot. So I was able to kind of play a good mind game Saturday. Sunday was a little tougher. I didn't come out the gate the way I did on Saturday, but I battled as well, and I was able to kind of come through towards somewhere in the middle. And man, I went against Carlos Moreno, man. That's a true sandbagger right there.
He's a tough player. He's a tough player. He's streaky, and I remember it seems like every time I talk to him, I'm just coming off of a birdie. I'm like, shit, man. You sound like Issac Camarillo.
Well, man, he was putting the pressure on for sure early on, and I think first hole I went 1 up, and then it just kind of stayed like that for, you know, a couple holes. I got 2 up. And at one point I got 3 up. And so I was kind of like, okay, you know, maybe you start to kind of wind down a little bit. And that's where I fucked up. That's where, you know, I went back-to-back doubles. I think it was 11 and 12. And he ended up making a little comeback. I was 1 up. And I think somewhere along the lines there, he was about to go 1 up. And I had like a 15-foot par putt. And I sunk it. That's all I needed to just keep the momentum going. And, you know,
Dang. Hey, and speaking of Carlos, bro, I went to Lackland and I saw him there, dude, and we were talking about it. He was like, man, I went low on Saturday, and then Sunday just a bunch of our guys kind of like did that. I know I talked to Robert also. Robert was a big winner on Saturday.
Beast out there, man.
Dude. It's like staying strong on both days.
And Brucey brings up a great point right there, and I think and you tell us, like, I think after the round, I mean, my game wasn't sharp, so I'm excluding, my lack of performance. But I think a Sunday had to do. We played Gabe Lozano, another course. I think course knowledge was huge that day. I think so,
Huge.
and I think it kind of showed. I'm not again, being a coach, being a teacher. You know what? Hey, it's having just a little bit more course knowledge was huge that day, and I think it seems like. Especially in our match with Leo and Mario, they had a lot of like good misses, right? And I think it's not about your good shots; it's about your bad shots. Like, is your bad shot still? Can you get out from there? And I think that's what kind of bit the FOREBROS that day a lot was,
Placement.
having that lack of course knowledge. Yeah.
Yes, I think it's.
I hear that.
Yeah. So I mean.
One thing I say to that is, it's never really an excuse when the sandbaggers go up to San Antonio and we don't know the courses. So
but I don't think y'all won. So I don't know how many times y'all won. So you know what I mean. So course knowledge. There you go. Course knowledge.
Course knowledge goes a long way, man. You know what? Next time I go to Lackland, I'm gonna go shoot under par. Nah, I'm just kidding.
I know. There you go.
That course was another monster, bro. But the first time I played it, I played conservative and I shot 75 there, and I was really surprised with that score. Knowing the course looked very tough. And I just definitely wanted to play conservative, and my game has been falling into a place. So Lackland's a whole nother beast too, man. And Carlos Moreno was telling me that he shoots a 68 there. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
La Verga.
Well, that's his course.
Sandbagger.
Yeah,
there you go. Hey, he'll fit in. He said he's playing for Alice team next year.
For Alice. He says I want to be represented with the Sandbaggers.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, when is the next one? When will we have the next one?
So this Sunday for FOREBROS, we are playing a 2-man modified alternate shot out at Buckhorn.
That's awesome.
And my partner is going to be Mr. Swagoo himself, Mike Osman. And dude, that dude was dealing. Dude, he was dealing swag head covers like it was cocaine out there. Dude.
I was like, is this a trader's village or what, bro? He had his own little pop-up stand and everything, dude.
You know what? I got 3 head covers from him, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. That's probably why I played the way I played. That swag.
Hey, look good, feel good, play good.
Exactly. Look good, feel good, play good.
So what do you think in regards to being along with FOREBROS and coming up and playing the matches? What would you say that's kind of like done to your game? Has it motivated you? Has have you encouraged others, from there in Alice to just hey, make the trip? It's not that far of a drive. What is playing with FOREBROS and playing all these different venues and different events done for you in your game?
Yeah, it's definitely made me. I've always been very competitive, but going over there, there's just more people, right? So you got to compete against more people. You're playing courses that, compared to the Uni where I'm from here, it's just another ballpark. I'm telling all my guys, sign up, let's get it going. As far as, the rates y'all get are great. Everybody gets paid out, as long as you play your handicap, I think everybody gets paid out pretty good. And then the camaraderie of all the guys. The first time I ever went, I met everybody. And, brotherhood sense, I see these guys every single time, and it's like, hey, what's up? How was your game? Good shit. Fuck it. Let's drink a beer, so it's all good. I'm glad that I was able to, be on the FOREBROS side, be on the Sandbagger side, and, seeing it from the middle, you're seeing all the guys get together and, knowing both sides of the party. That was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So go ahead, bring it up, Freddie. So
like I said, and speaking into what you said, Isaac, Jeremiah, the golf father, of course, had a good little post right here, man, and he said, love to see people that come together. We came out meeting brothers for life, and that's exactly what we look for every time, man. It's like guys coming out here, meeting them, getting to know them, and then they know they got a group for life, bro. They know that they can come out with us anytime, and they could skip 2-3 months, but it's like if you've never missed, because we're always gonna be there, man. And that's what I like about it, bro. Like, that's a perfect comment for whatever you were talking about.
Never golf alone, man. That's my favorite slogan. Before I met my homies here, the Sandbaggers, I swear I was golfing alone. I was going out there, dropping a ball, hitting one, and let's make me play against myself. Let me hit another fucking ball. That's all I had. So, playing with the homies is awesome.
So hey, man, let me ask you a question. So on the it's been like 3 or 4 days since we had the tournament. So And talking to some of your guys, man, what was some pros and cons? Again, besides the camaraderie, besides the competition, what else did your guys and y'all talk about that was, hey, man, like, we like what they do, but then we kind of don't like what they do because in Alice we do it differently. And I'll tell you, I'll just go after you on what I was taking from these vibes. But did you get anything as far as pros and cons?
I think the only thing I can think of for sure, a lot of us were confused on the pops, even though we got, a lot of instructions, just down to it. It was still confusing. A lot of us got it towards maybe the back nine. The front nine, it was like learning it. The back nine, it was kind of like we figured it out. That's about it. Everything else was great, man. I think the way y'all set up y'all's games is always good. You got to bring it in order to win some money. And unfortunately, we won our match Saturday, but we didn't take it low enough to win some money for, that team low ball. But yeah, at the end of the day, we still won our match, and I think it helped for the next day. I won my match there too, and we ended up winning by 2. So
yeah, I know you freaking jerk, man. So right here, let me cut in real quick. And one thing that playing with the group is able to do, and you can thank me because I was the one that came up with the slogan to never golf alone again. All right, that was mine. Just I got to throw that in there right there.
Great, bro.
I gotta make sure I trademark it right. Right here, guys. For one of the next events we have coming up is La Cantera out July 31st at La Cantera. Yes, got a great freaking rate of $80, and that's $150 course right there. Bro. La Cantera. That's here in San Antonio, Texas, out here by the Rim, over here by Fiesta, Texas. FOREBROS is going to be giving away 2 free rounds to that event. To La Cantera. We're going to be doing a drawing. So all you got to do is sign up for that event, pay your fees to lock yourself in the game. And FOREBROS, courtesy of La Cantera, is going to be giving away 2 free rounds. So shit, I don't think you can beat that to potentially that. Hell yeah, that's a steal. $80, yep. 100. Go on Golf Now. Go on golfnow.com right now and find out how much it costs to play La Cantera. And Brucey and I know a couple of things behind the scenes in regards to La Cantera that they have coming up. That is just where they used to play the Valero Texas Open over there. And Maya made a nice post about a former past champion, 08 champion Zach Johnson out there.
I know. I was like, man, I don't know who's worse, him or Andy picking his Ryder Cup, man. But
okay, remember, I didn't pick the team. Maya picked the team.
Pick the matchups. Okay,
no, I didn't. I picked nothing. I wanted you. You know what? I picked you as my partner. Yeah, that's where the real mistake was.
Yeah. And he called me out, and that was the second mistake.
That was the second mistake.
Well, that was really the first one. That was the first one.
That was the first one.
But going back to what we were just talking about, that's exactly what some of the vibes that I was getting. Some of these guys didn't know too much about how the pops understand, and I was telling these people, I said, man, like in Alice, it's straight up. That's why I was telling him, like, when I go to Alice, I can't play skins with y'all, man. Like, I know.
Yeah, that's why he only plays his cousins because he can't play anybody.
See, I'm a true sandbagger down there, dude. But
okay, Isaac. All right, so Isaac, tell me, did Brucey play bad? I thought he gave himself. No. He gave himself great positions off of every tee box.
I've never played with Brucey. I've seen like his play from afar, and I might have heard of like other people talk about it or himself talk about it at the end of the round. That was my first experience playing with Brucey. And honestly, like, I did not get whatever other people saw. He was hitting fairways. He was hitting it on or around the green.
Thank you.
I think I saw the par 5. He was, eagle up. And then he puts it up inside like 4 or 5 feet. I was like, okay, he's bringing it today.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say.
Isaac, I like you, bro.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. And you know what? You would have been surprised that he was had the high round of the day with the 94.
Yeah, that's true. You can't tell that at all because he was up there par, almost every other hole.
Hey, okay, I think let's be real because Andy always calls me. And hey, again, nothing is OB. Be real, dude. Be honest, dude. Hey, was my attitude bad or not, bro? Like, am I a bad?
See, look, there he is. Look at him. Look at him.
It can get bad. It can get bad, but I'm a victim of that too myself, man.
Right.
Day 2, I hit a ball where I thought it was out of play 2 or 3 times, and I'm there fucking cussing the storm, and god damn it, like I was in contention, I'm in first place, and I fucked it up, and so it's gonna happen to the best of us, bro. At the end of the day, I think keeping your composure is what's gonna definitely take a stroke or 2 off at the end of the day. If you wanna have a good round, it's just literally brush it, and now let's go make another hit on the ball.
Yeah.
Where would you like to see a 2-man event or something similar to Pins and Fins to be played here in San Antonio? What are 2 courses that you would really love to bring the Sandbaggers up to play something similar here in SA?
You definitely as far as courses that I like, I want to say La Cantera and Gateway. But I also want to say we'll get our asses kicked at those courses,
Damn, that's a little bit. That's a yin and yang right there, man.
Yeah,
that's a little bit of feast and famine right there.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Gateway for sure will get our asses chewed, but at La Cantera, I think we got some good golfers. We'll ball out, I think. But definitely, I think Golf Club of Texas is a good course for everybody. It's it's friendly, it's wide open. You got to bring your game there too. I've never played at Buckhorn. I think I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Everybody says it's an easy course, but damn, I have not gone
open,
low there.
Andy. Like it's an open course basically.
Like Oso Beach.
Yeah.
Oso Beach is not open. I thought it was tight.
What?
It's tight in spots.
It's tight in some spots.
If you call that tight, then
that's why I hit so many fairways, bro. Come to the Muni, bro. The fucking fairways are this big.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I think that's the thing in regards to Oso Beach. It has maybe at the beginning it's got like some bigger landing spots, and then as you get closer to the hole, it gets a lot tighter.
Yeah.
And then you have smaller greens, and I think and I think you have smaller greens, and I think a lot of it could be deceiving, right? Could be a bit deceiving.
Yeah.
And so I would love for us to host an event. It looks like FOREBROS have just locked up our black versus gray Ryder Cup style match. We're going to be playing out at Riverside on Saturday, the newly renovated Riverside. And also we have our first event there on Saturday, August 3rd.
Yeah.
August 3rd, guys. It looks like because they're about to have carts here. And so we're going to be one of the first groups to be out there. And then also it looks like we're going to be Brack on Sunday. So we're going to play some 2 iconic courses, Riverside and Brack, for our black versus gray.
That's awesome. I love Riverside, man. I've been waiting for it to open. I know it's been open, but I've been waiting for those carts, So I think
you can walk, bro. You're a fit guy, bro.
I can walk, but this heat is no joke lately, dude. I'm fucking there wiping my shin, wiping my arms, bro. I sweat like a pig, dude. So it's nasty. But when I saw
my nephew out there on Monday, bro, he was sweating his ass off too. I felt bad for the kid, but he wanted to play.
Yeah.
All right, Ike. So tell us, as one of the big topics we had of the night, is golf etiquette. What do you think are some no-nos that maybe kind of get under your skin? Yeah. That can get under your skin that maybe somebody in your group that can maybe do, and what's one thing that you might be a little guilty of that you kind of might break some of those unspoken rules.
I think I'm pretty fair on the golf etiquette. I've always been, early on, I was real hard on myself with it. And now it's, like I said earlier, just kind of worry about my own game. If someone steps on my line, as long as they say, oh, my bad or sorry, like, it's all good, But if it's kind of like out of the known and they're just kind of like nonchalant it, that might pet peeve me a little bit. But like I said, I'm not too strict on it about, maybe if someone's taking their own score, I'm not going to even talk shit to them. If like that, no, you got a par, you got a bogey. They're doing it for themselves. I think more so keeping your composure. Like, I hear it when people tell me, and when I see it, I'm like, well, damn, is that how I look? So definitely keeping your composure is a good golf etiquette for me. Take the fucking pin out whenever you're the first one in the hole, and we're good. Go check how much the flag weighs.
Let's not talk about flags, Isaac. Let's not talk about flags because that's where that's where Andy started getting mad at me first time, was not picking up the flags when I was supposed to be picking up flags.
well, because the thing is, and I think an SA golfers or SA golf area, whatever the new name of it is, I said it the other day, I said it's Ruben's golf page, whatever, right? Well, I think one of the things is that you have other people, you've had the privilege of having your uncle you know, and his friends kind of teach you and show you the way and show you the game, right? And show you how to do things. Well, you got the golfers nowadays that, like you said, you even said it yourself, you were golfing by yourself, and that a lot of times you're just kind of learning on your own, right? Well, when you learn on your own, you don't know, hey, pull the pin, get out of your shadow, out of somebody's line, this, that, or the other, or maybe or ask, hey, somebody, do you mind if I play music? Do you mind what we listen to, or things of that nature, right? And so maybe what, and I always kind of look at that too, is I was thinking about this question today myself, and I'm thinking, what is something that I guess that pisses me off? And I guess it's angry golfer, right? I guess it's that angry golfer right there. Go for it, Brucey. I told Brucey to read these comments long ass time ago. There's 88 comments, and now he finally wants to bring it as I'm talking. This guy finally wants to bring it up, but we can't hear him. Brucey, we can't hear you, Brucey. Brucey's talking. Brucey,
you're mute. You're mute.
Perfect. Okay.
Hey, well,
he made a great point.
Mike wants to smoke at La Cantera. I signed up for the La Cantera. I'm gonna go show up there and see what we could do there.
Brucey, we couldn't hear one word you said because you're on mute.
Oh wow, my bad.
Hey, but we saw you, right?
Yeah, hey, I'm a very emotional guy.
You're making a great point.
He was cussing up a storm over there.
I was so into this talk that I had it on the big, like I wasn't watching the comments, and then I was like, oh, Andy left me in charge of the comments. Dang. Minimize.
So as we read some of these comments right here, let's go ahead. Let's talk about right here. Right here. We got Leo Camarillo, STX Sandbaggers on top, right? Jordan Calendar, Puro Sandbaggers.
True.
He wants to be a sandbagger.
No, he's in. He's in. Leo rolled him. Leo and Mario rolled him in. He's in.
Okay, yeah. That's another. Bring him on.
Hey, so where'd y'all get sandbaggers from, Isaac?
Sandbaggers.
Like sandbaggers come from?
I guess the name for me came a long time. Obviously, it's been in golf talk for a long time. I think Leo was, calling a bunch of people sandbaggers. They're calling him sandbaggers. I was a kid hearing that for a long time. Whenever we got our group together, I made a group chat, and right now it's about 25 of us, but there was about 8 to 10, and it's grown a little bit too. We're not like an organization or anything like that. We're just a group of buddies that like to get together. But you have a group chat, and you're gonna title the topic, the name, and I just put sandbaggers. Like this is a bunch of golfers, and I heard at least 5 of them say like, "Oh, I'm a 10, I'm a 15 handicap, and we're out there fucking shooting." Well, the Muni's easy, but we're out there shooting mid-70s, so it's like, okay, fucking sandbagger, So that's pretty much where it came from. I think if we could call ourselves something else. Right now, we're maybe just STX baggers. I know there's a couple other sandbagger title that have like their actual organization and stuff like that. So we're not looking to get sued or anything like that. We're just a bunch of buddies in a group chat. Who can golf today.
Well, I mean, there's always got to be, I guess, like a little truth in the nickname. Right, kind of like
right? That's what I was taking it as.
Like shorty, lefty, right? There's shorty, lefty. I mean, right. They don't call Phil Mickelson righty. They don't call Phil Mickelson righty.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah. So what are your thoughts on Mike Ayala potentially starting the FOREBROS Corpus Christi chapter now that he's making his way down there?
I think that would be awesome, bro. I think we need something like that down here. There's a lot of little individual groups that play. When we got there's so many good golfers down here in South Texas. Majority here in Alice too. I think Alice can take on Corpus Christi. We had a couple matches in the last couple of years where Alice versus Corpus Christi, and we won. But there's so many good golfers here. There's a lot of competition. We need something to look forward to. Especially, the more guys, the more payout there is, and at the end of the day, if it's a skins match and you play like shit and you birdie 18, well, you're going to win all the money. And that's all we need here. When we play, we have about 4 to 8 guys playing skins. It's fun. You win a couple dollars, but yeah, having like a big, what feels like a tournament, it brings another level of golf, it brings another level of anxiety or pressure. And you're gonna, pressure bust pipes, right? You either gonna
it makes diamonds. It makes diamonds too.
Yeah,
it does make diamonds.
It makes diamonds too. Right here, we got we got our first guest on tonight. We got Art Stricklin right here. Great talk on golf and of all kinds. Nothing is Obi covers it all. I want the smoke.
The smoke,
Art wants the smoke. Okay, all right.
Art wants the smoke.
Art wants okay. So
Yes,
Art.
Carl.
So if you heard Art Stricklin, the dude's played. I mean, he's played everywhere. He's played everywhere. He's covered every tournament. I mean, he is the GOAT in regards to Texas golf journalism, right? Like, I mean, the dude is legit.
Yeah, he's the GOAT, man.
Well, dude plays freaking fast. I mean, like, I mean, like lightning fast. I mean, like he makes me feel the anxiety because he's like, hey, man, we want to get off the course before the next group goes. He goes, we want to get off the whole damn course before even the second group gets off. And I'm like, I said, look, bro, I'm trying to go low. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to PR and you're messing with my game.
Practice swing after practice swing. And
I really only take one practice swing. That's really two if I'm not sure. But that's about it. I don't take more than that.
But you stand over the ball for about 2 damn minutes, bro. Goddamn.
I know.
Hey, but you know what? To me, that's okay. You know, I noticed it the other day. I noticed it, and I was like, "Do your thing." You know, whatever it takes for you to hit a good ball.
Well, I think. See, and that's the thing. I wasn't playing well, and when you don't play well, what is it? These things are coming into your mind, right? And I was holding on for dear life. Like even on Sunday, I went +1, right? I went +1 on the front, and that's because, like, dude, honestly, like. I didn't even know I was playing well. I was just scrambling because my game was not there. Like, I mean, it's just like I told Brucey, he goes, "Oh, well, what happened?" I said, "Dude, I was hanging on for dear life. Like, I could tell the wheels were going to fall off like any minute. And then with the back nine."
He wanted to blame his vacation, right?
I did. I took 3 vacations. I took 3 vacations in 20 days. Like,
hello, jet lag.
You know, like that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it sucked. Do I take forever?
He throws the grass in the air.
Well, I'm sorry. Hey, man, Corpus, you try to shoot well whenever you go back home. Right, like when you go to the Muni, right, guys? What do y'all try to do? Y'all try to go as low as possible, right?
Yeah, you know, that's our home course. We're gonna go low. It's a matter of going lower.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? So whenever I go back home, and I think that's kind of where I
and that's 2 already. Oh, that's 2 comments, bro.
Yeah.
So I think that's right. It's 1 too many, right?
Yeah, one too many, bro.
Too many.
They're coming out. They're coming out of the woodworks, bro.
And that's okay. You know what? Because I can own up to it. Some people can own up to it, right, Brucey?
I own up to mine, bro. I'm a horrible teammate. I called it, dude. Sorry.
No. But don't worry. You don't have to. Don't worry. You don't have to. You don't have to. All right, Ike. Before we let you go here, big tournament coming on. Last major of the professional golf season here. Mm-hmm. Who's your favorite to take it out there in Scotland?
Oh,
at the
man.
Open?
I definitely like Xander Schauffele. Max Homa is one of my favorite guys too. What's his name? He came out in full swing. He had the mental problems. He had mental. He was
Clark, Wyndham Clark.
Wyndham Clark. Yeah,
I really like him, man. You know, watching him on that show, that's what really kind of stepped my game up too, because I really went out and started working on the mind game, you know, and my score started coming down. I think one of the first times I watched that episode, I went out to La Cantera. Man, I mean, if you're not playing great that course, you can really eat it up. And I really, you know, every bad shot, I took it as it is. I kept my mental there, and I would save a bogey or I'd somehow get a par. And, you know, the score in that day, I think I ended up shooting like an 81 or 82. I did not play that well, but I loved the score. And I knew for sure it had to do with my mind game. So I'm definitely rooting for Wyndham Clark if he's going to be in the field. Definitely, like I said, Max Homa is an awesome golfer. And Xander Schauffele, man, everybody's been telling me my swing looks like him. I look like him. Man, he's represented for the little guys. So,
Damn,
Zaddy.
Zam Zaddy. All right, I like that though. So Xander,
I didn't pick any of those players, Andy.
Xander takes a long time. Xander does. He grips, regrips, And then
you know what? I noticed that he does do that, but then
you do a little bit too. You do a little bit too. So I can see right here. Freddie and I were putting Freddie. No, I didn't say that. Freddie and I were trying to put up this comment. Slowest four bros, David Parr and Andy.
Yeah, David Parr is the one who was playing with Victor on that first day.
Oh, right here. Leo Camarillo, Zaddy. All right, guys. That's Ike Camarillo. Ike, hey man. Like I said, I think I'm just gonna call you Buzz, bro. Because
whatever you want.
You fucking buzzsaw me,
bro.
Hey, fucking buzzsaw. That's all right. I want the smoke every time you come up here to SA or when you move up to SA. Hey. Either you're my partner or I'm playing against you.
And I want a rematch. I want a rematch. You and Colton, me and Andy here in San Antonio.
Okay,
hey, Colton was a good. I like Colton.
Hey, well,
Colton's
we're both gonna be there. We're both gonna be there for Riverside, and we're both gonna be there for La Cantera. So whatever.
Hey, and Riverside's gonna have a sea flight now, so I'm gonna represent that sea flight. Right, Andy?
All right, guys. That's Ike Camarillo, winner, buzzsaw, badass golfer, good buddy. Bro, hey man, thanks so much for being on the show tonight, brother.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Have a good night, brother.
You too.
All right, dude. Let's hit some of these comments, man. I told you to take over the comments tonight,
dude. This conversation is going on, but
before you know it, there was 80 comments.
There was a lot. Some of it was just they were going back and forth, kind of going backwards and stuff. But like I said here, I like this one too. FOREBROS will support Mike Ayala 100%.
For FOREBROS Corpus Christi, baby, or FOREBROS South Texas chapter, right? FOREBROS South Texas chapter.
We're everywhere. Like they said, bro, we're going to be everywhere.
Right here. Gavin Swearingen. Gavin, what's up, my bro? Dude, this guy he holds the belt for Golf Club of Texas. And I mean, dude, I think he's 14, 15 years old, but he's solid, bro. So, hey, so we should be on par. I told him, I follow him on Instagram. I said, I'll take that belt from y'all's ass. I said, if you let me in the game, play with 14, 15-year-olds. So Gavin, dude, hey, I'm ready. I'm going to be there tomorrow, Gavin. I'm going to be ready to take that title from you. Also, let's see what else we got. Since Brucey didn't get to all these 80 damn comments right here. Okay, so in regards to talking about where potentially we can have the next, it's not a fins and pins, but San Antonio versus the South Texas Sandbaggers right here, talking about courses. Canyon Springs. Canyon Springs, solid track right here. Valor, when it returns to glory. Yeah, if it can get right here from Jordan Calendar, if it can return to its former glory in regards to those greens. Also, Jordan Calendar, Comanche Trace, another solid freaking track.
That's where the championship's going to be at, correct? In a couple of weeks?
3 championship 9.
Still haven't
3 championship 9s out there in Comanche Trace, about an hour outside of San Antonio in Kerrville, Texas. Solid freaking course right here. Also, we
have choices, man. San Antonio has some choices for some good matches.
Right here, we got Jordan Calendar again. Lozano was rough on Sunday like a swamp. Dude, it was tough.
But bro, I think you nailed it, Andy, to where you said, like, our guys didn't know where to miss at. I think that was real crucial, is where to miss. It's like when I played, RG and I were playing at Lackland. He had good shots, but he was just landing in rough spots that he didn't know about. And it was like, maybe if we would have known some of those spots, we wouldn't be landing in some of that ugly stuff.
Right here, Gavin said, nah, you won't.
Yeah,
Gavin,
you won't.
Gavin, I'm ready. No, I don't want it, Gavin. My game's not in golf. It's not in game shape right now. It's not in game shape. But you know what? I could use a partner.
Hey.
I could use a partner.
I'm still on the show, bro.
I can use a partner right here. Robert Vasquez, FOREBROS 3-man. I'm in. I need 2 players.
Ooh.
Brucey, are you in, Brucey?
Aye.
Are you in? Because I can't do it. I can't do it because football season, it's already come. Oh, look. Gavin, my dog.
I'm down.
I'm down. Ooh. Gavin. Hey, Gavin, message me after this, bro. I'm going to be at GCT tomorrow, man. Oh, you're on a hot streak. Okay, Gavin, if you've been on a hot streak and Gavin's one of the best junior golfers around town, how come I haven't seen any posts, bro? I'm friends with your dad on Instagram, and I haven't seen any posts in regards to your tournaments, bro. So, hey.
Hey, Mario's throwing one here. True Andy would have landed in the water on hole 1. Is that true?
I was going that way.
That's
I was going that way on
what
hole
he
one.
said.
I was
Art is
going that
good,
way.
bro. I swear that guy, dude, he knocks the crap out of the ball too, man. For him being a little older, man, he's still got pop. He's got a
Dude,
lot of pop.
he's a solid player, bro. Solid player.
Yeah.
And I'm only saying that because he's watching right now. So just
Yeah.
in case. No.
And
Didn't
his
know the
putting used to
course.
be always his downside. And then now that he's got his putting locked down, I mean, all his game is pretty solid right now.
No. Solid player. And I think what it comes down to is that I was disappointed in myself. I was disappointed in my game. Because you always say that you have to try to be able to pull, you gotta know that it's there so you can pull it out. And I just wasn't sharp, man. What it came down to is I was super disappointed in myself. I have nobody to blame but myself.
Likewise, brother.
Oh, there we go, right here. Gavin, I don't post much anymore. I don't know why. And Preston right here. Sandbagger Grandpa Mario Moreno.
Yes, bro. He's the oldest guy in that South Texas sandbag group, bro.
But you know what? He doesn't look like the oldest one.
We've always
He doesn't
said
look
that,
like
bro.
the oldest one.
He's class of like 93 or 94, bro. And he looks like younger than me, and I'm class of 2000, bro. I'm like, dang. Hey, I even asked him, hey, Mario, do you still shave? And he's like, fuck yeah, I still shave, bro. I'm like, dang, I look too old to shave, bro.
I know, but Brucey, it looks good on you. You know what?
Yeah.
It looks good on you. The gray hairs, it does.
Yeah.
Come
No,
home.
I'm talking about my legs. My legs.
They're talking about your back.
Oh yeah, that one too.
And right here, Mario Moreno. I think it was course management. Like I said, I think in regards to course management is where to miss, where you can spray one, and I think it was just horrible right there, man.
Yep.
It was hard. It was horrible.
So speaking of the Open, Andy, who do you got, man? Like, who are your favorites right now? Well, give me your top four.
And for those of y'all that are still on and watching, hey, we appreciate so much your support.
Yes.
Over 100 comments, everybody chiming in. We appreciate our guest Art and Isaac on tonight. Solid guest. We are having a contest. Nothing is OB. You got to be a member of the Nothing is OB South Texas Golf Podcast Facebook group. It's on for FanDuel. It's a free tournament on FanDuel. All it takes is $10. Winner take all. I went with some of the guys that because you have to use that salary cap, right? You have to use the salary cap.
That's a tough part, yeah.
You can't just pick all the top dogs, right? If I have to say one person that I think is going to win, I think it's I really feel like Aber is Ludwig is, man, he's playing so solid. And he just hasn't been finishing. Yeah. I think it's coming around. He's made 16 out of 16 cuts so far this PGA season. And I think seeing that, right, if you see it right at the bottom, Freddie, on FanDuel, it tells you how many times, right?
Dude, that's what I'm looking for, bro. I swear, dude. That's why. So who's your sleeper? Give me your sleeper.
So my sleeper, and I thought about this right here. My sleeper has got to be just like our man Art Stricklin. I got to think it's European Jesus, Tommy Fleetwood.
Ooh.
I think Tommy Fleetwood is everybody says that his game is there. I mean, he's English, so he knows those courses. I think his game's coming around. He always contends.
He's young. He's physical, bro.
Bear is.
Aber.
Yeah, Aber is right here. Aber is a solid golfer. I mean,
Texas Tech Red Raider.
He's a stud. He's a stud. I mean, he ain't from Texas, so let's just make sure you know that.
German or something, or somewhere from over there.
Just Ludwig, I think. Ludwig, he's German.
Hey, so on your low end, who do you got on your low end? Like on your the ones you're trying to fit in for the salary cap.
On my low end, I have Russell Henley. Russell Henley was down there, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I also had Aaron Ray or Aaron Rye.
Right. No, but Rye he's valued up there.
I have Aaron Rye on there. Also, let me see. Let me bring mine up right here. We got 6 entries right now. So hey, winner takes all, $60.
Yeah.
I took Aaron Rye off because I messed around with my lineup. That's who I have on my lineup. Yeah. I made the change. I have Aber at the top. I have Russell Henley, Tommy Fleetwood, Terrell Hatton, Louis Oosthuizen, and Adam Scott. I think that just sounds like a solid lineup.
Yeah, I think it does too, bro.
I think in regards to salary cap, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so what a lot of times they give you 60,000, right? And you have to spread it out amongst 6 golfers. I think what you're trying to do is a lot of times people they try to get the 3 most expensive golfers, right? They're 3
Right.
sure shots, right? And then
The short shots, yeah,
the next
yeah.
3 are just kind of like those salary cap fillers, right? Who do you got?
Mhm. So, dude, I don't know. I think I got a pretty good lineup. Of course, how we talked about my top 3 are going to be Scheffler, Bryson. I still got some time to kind of make some adjustments. I've been thinking about that, man. And then I got Tony Finau, man. I like Tony. I wanted to do Joaquin Neiman, but I haven't seen him kind of like do much and live. So I was like, man, he's too expensive. So again, it's like paying the salary cap. That's all I'm trying to do. But you know who's always done good for me to make the cut, and that's what you want. You want people to make the cut to give you points for Saturday and Sunday.
Points, yes.
Shane Lowry, bro. Shane Lowry and Corey Connors are my 2 guys that they're not too expensive, but they're always making the cuts, bro. Yeah.
Okay, so favorite to win it all.
I'm gonna go Scotty.
Maya sleeper Fitzpatrick.
Ooh, he's been on a slump though, man.
I know, dude.
My nephew was like, "Go pick JT. JT did good last week." I'm like, "Fuck JT, bro." JT's
he had one good round.
I know. That's what I said. He went low.
Okay, so who's your favorite? Favorite for the Open?
I said Scotty, bro. I think I want Scotty to break some records, man. I want him to break it in this year, bro.
Charlie.
Ooh.
Sahith Gala. You know what, man? I always want to pick him, but I don't. And then what happens? He goes off.
Yeah.
He goes off. Man, Charlie. Hey, these are good. Hey, you know what? I'm changing it.
But Rye is the one who uses 2 gloves, right?
I think so. Yes.
REI
yes.
he uses 2 black gloves.
Aaron Rye. Yeah.
REI.
RAI.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know your favorite. Who do you think is your sleeper shot in the dark?
What's his name? Cameron Young. I don't know.
Cameron Young.
No,
Cameron, just because he wears the MLB because he's sponsored by the MLB.
Right? He wears with the joggers. Nah,
all right, Brucey. Golf etiquette as we close out the show right here.
Let's close it out, bro.
As we close out the show, thank you to everybody who's chimed in. What's your biggest pet peeve that you do, that you catch yourself doing? Because I have a lot of your pet peeves that I catch you doing.
And I'll be real, dude. I'm 100% real, bro. Man, if you were anywhere around where I was at this past weekend, I think you would have called me out on it, dude. But it's like, dude, act like, and you always tell me this, act like you've been here before, bro. And dude, I'm yelling, bro. Like I missed the putt, I missed the 3-footer, and I was like, fuck, or like, shit. I would look around and be like,
or what you do?
Yeah, dude, and everybody's like, bro, it's like you said earlier, bro, that was for bogey. Chill out, bro. Like you know what I mean, dude? And so that, dude, is like control my emotions, man. Just control my emotions. I think I'm not a slow play. Other than that, like I said, mine is just my emotions, bro. Like I forget that, hey man, act civilized, bro. What is yours? Call you up.
Well, like I said, I think I try my, you know what? I'm not a slow player. Am I slower than some? Yes, I am. Am I trying to speed it up? Yes. But do I get those negative thoughts, especially when your game's not going? I'll play slower. Definitely I'll play slower. I'll own up to that. I think in regards to golf etiquette is that sometimes I blast the music and I don't even know. Maybe because I'm getting old and I can't hear shit. Sometimes I'll just play the music and I won't even ask when it is a courtesy just to ask your playing partners, right? Just to ask. And then, but man, I just don't like that angry golfer. I just don't like that angry golfer. Cause even when I get upset, I might've got upset that whole, hey, move on. I'm not a club breaker. I don't mind it when Osman breaks clubs because I'll be there right behind him to pick up those ashes.
Yeah,
and, hey, trade it in. Yes, reshaft them, trade it in.
Hey, so what's your take on what's going on right now at San Pedro? I've been seeing a lot of comments, dude, with like, I was just there yesterday. My nephew and I, we didn't play. We were just chipping. Dude, I saw 2 groups come off on number 9 that were like 6. One was a 6-some, one was an 8-some, bro. An 8-some, 4 dudes versus 4 dudes. And I'm like, really, bro? Like 4 dudes versus 4 dudes at a par 3. Like, y'all got nothing else better to do. Like, and they didn't even look like it's like if they were real golfers, dude. So I don't know, man. What's your take on all that?
I think what that comes down to is we need help from the courses,
right?
And I think a lot of times it's easy to kind of just sit back and let everybody chatter because they feel like, okay, they're getting it off their chest and it won't be an issue no more. I think what it comes down to is that there needs to be, golf patrol out there. There has to be, especially now with the lack of educated golfers. I think there needs to be a golf patrol. I remember my only time working outside of the podcast, working in the golf industry. I was a marshal out at Northcliffe, and I was trained by Jack Mitchell and this other gentleman. And my first day, I was doing a ride around, right? We were going around the course. He was kind of showing me the ropes. He was already a marshal. And a lot of these guys are marshals because they're retired guys. They live right there around the course. And as we're driving around, one way, he tells this one group, hey, guys, do me a favor. Keep your carts around the green on the cart path, right? So he tells them, hey, guys, do me a favor. Keep it on the cart path, whatever, right? So we're making another kind of loop around, trying to make our way. That was on the front. And as we're kind of looping around, because he's driving, 1 through 9 and then 9 through 18. Well, as we come back on the way, I think what happens is he sees them do it again, that they are off. All 4 tires are off of the cart path and it's closer to the green. And he tells them, hey guys, I asked y'all if y'all could please do me a favor. Keep your tires on the cart path around the greens, guys. I'm going to take your keys if you do it again. Right? That was already twice. He asked them twice. That was on the front 9. Well, on the back 9, I think it was 10 or 11. He sees that they did it again. And you know what he does? While they're putting, he goes over there, takes the damn key out of the cart and drives off with it. And I was over here like, did you really just do that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, so you have a guy like calling the pro shop, go back, and he goes, I told you I was going to take your keys if you kept doing it. Respect the game, respect the course. And I was like, ooh. And so like, that was,
so do you think that's too tough?
What do you mean that's too tough? Like, I think sometimes we need that tough love. You need that tough. It's like, look, he asked them twice.
Yeah.
Like he told them, like, hey, you know what? Keep the cart on the cart path around the greens right here. So Charlie brings up a great point. It's more of a place to socialize for newbies and not a real training facility when in regards to maybe San Pedro. It's true. Like
that's 100% true.
One thing we say is, and one thing I've been calling it, and I've heard other people call it too, is bro golf. That's what they call it, bro golf.
And that's what I thought it was. It was 4 friends. You could tell like they hadn't seen each other like a long time. But I'm like, I get it. Like, don't get me wrong, I like to do that too. But again, for like, let's say you and me, that we use it for more of a practice, and you want to go out there and play a quick round. So it's kind of like who's in the right and who's in the wrong. Do they have the right to go out and do that, or is it more of like, hey, just go out there, do your thing, and then bounce out?
Well, and again, this is where the etiquette comes along. You need to show them. I think one thing when we the first course I played in Colorado was out there in Riverdale, and it specifically had a sign right there. It said, hey, pick up. It says right on the first tee, pick up the pace. It says you should be done in less than 4 hours and 20 minutes. It says it on there. And we were done. I think we were done in 4:05. We were done in 4 hours and 5 minutes. And I'm telling you, I think pace of play in these courses, they need to say that. They need to say that. But it's like a lot of times people are afraid to be on that TikTok, whatever. People are afraid to be on the other side of that camera, those Kevins, those Karens. And I think there's nothing wrong with telling somebody to hurry the fuck up.
Yep. Again, hey, dude. So on a side note, Jeremiah has a good one too, because I was kind of thinking about it. Is like, what handicap is high enough? He said, do you think a 45 handicap should play tournament golf? I mean, because when I was talking to these guys on the way home, and I told them about some of the handicaps that we have, because they were complaining, hey, how do guys get 2 pops on a hole and 2
pops?
Brucey,
how do you get 2 pops on a hole?
They still weren't helping me, bro. They still weren't helping me, dude. But I mean, it's good. I mean, like, what is a number that is a cutoff number? At what point do you tell people, hey, man, like, I like that you want to come out here. We're all about that, but we can't give you 2 or 3 pops per hole, bro. I don't know.
Man.
I don't know what your take.
No,
on
that makes Jeremiah brings up a good point right here.
Mhm.
Charlie, put up the next comment. Okay, we'll see, Charlie. We'll put up the next. What's the next comment? I don't even know what the next comment is.
Let Brucey play.
Let Brucey.
Maya's not talking about me, bro.
I think that's where a lot of times you have to play devil's advocate, right? You got to play devil's advocate, and it's we always talk about this, and I think it makes it tough sometimes that you have to make the decisions in regards for the best interest of the group. Don't put that one up yet. Take that one off for now. Don't bring it up yet, please. I think it's a lot of times, and Maya and myself and Charlie, our board members, Brad, Bart, we've had to make some tough decisions, but in the best interest of the group. And kicking people off because they played the wrong tee boxes, because they lied on their handicaps. And we always say this, and we hold it true, that it's about the group first.
Yep.
I'm sorry. You know what? Yes, golf is an individual game, but you know what? It's the sum, right? It's the whole group as opposed to just the sum of our parts.
Exactly. No, and I believe that too, man. That's why, like, I have a cousin, and he wants to play all the time, but he's like, hey, Chato, I'm like a 35 or 30 handicap. Can I still play with you guys? And it was kind of like, yeah, you can still play. We got some guys that are up there too. I'm almost there too. I'm at a 20 or 22, whatever I'm at now. But again, it's like, I don't know. It's just, that's tough. Like 30, 32, 33, 34s, 40s. It's like, man, that's nearly 3 pops per hole, man.
You can't say we haven't been there. You can't say we all haven't been there, because at some point we have.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it goes to a couple of things happened in years past. I saw somebody there at San Pedro. He just started, like, he was right over there by the shops and by Joe Caruso's spot. And he was in the middle of the grass between when they had the putting green over there in that area. And he was just chipping, just like in a no chip, like he was just chipping. Yeah. He was just chipping. And I said, hey, buddy, the chipping green's over here. And he goes, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, and so I recorded him. I recorded him and I put it on SA Golfers. And then what happened? People chopped me up because they're like, oh, you didn't even tell him. And I said, okay, this is the thing. Like, you can try to help people, but sometimes people want to learn. Yeah. Sometimes people want the help, and then sometimes people don't want the help, and they think they know it all. Just kind of like how when you have a partner that always says, I know. Right? When you have a partner that constantly says, I know, whenever anybody says they know, they don't know.
But again, like, these little unwritten rules that you're right, man. Like, some of these golfers, I know you're going out there, you're trying to pick it up, but dude, there's a lot of unwritten rules that these guys, I think little by little, like, they should pick up. Like, it's okay. And here's another good one that you called me out on. And again, and I'm gonna call myself out on the fairway. I did one on the fairway, and I dug up some grass, and I was about to walk off, and you were like, bro, what the fuck? Like, put some sand on that shit. But again, sometimes, and it's like Isaac said it too. It's how you say it. It's your approach. If you're cool, like, hey man, like, hey, I'm not nobody to tell you, bro, but at the end of the day, man, do this, or can you do this?
We're grown men, bro.
Yeah, we're all grown men.
We're grown men. I don't have to sweet talk anybody. You shouldn't have to. I mean, how old are you, Brucey?
42.
Okay, I don't have to sweet talk your ass, bro. Yeah. I'm sorry, bro. You know what? Maybe if it's a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 9, 10-year-old. Okay,
about putting sand in the fairway.
Hey, buddy, about putting it out.
Oh, putting it out,
and about not giving up on a hole. Like those are things I'm going to talk to about a 9, 10-year-old about. I'll sweet talk it to them.
Okay.
When we're grown men.
Okay,
we're not babies.
10-4. Thanks, Dad. Appreciate it. Hey,
we're bringing up all these daddy issues, right? Okay,
I know,
so bring up Steve's, bro. Bring up Steve's
comment. Oh, dude. So Steve had a good one. He put bro, I'm playing San Pedro right now and watching it live. #dedication. And then he had another one that it said he says, bro, I'm at San Pedro and I got a 6-some in front of me. Psh, unreal. It's crazy, bro.
No, but it is real, Steve. It's real, Steve. It's real. You're living it. And I
Oh,
think
and
that's
then,
why that's a lot of us hardcore guys. What do we try? Where do we try to stay away from?
Yep,
San Pedro.
exactly.
Because it's hot. It's newbie
is.
central.
It's a hot zone.
It's hot, and they
Yeah.
got it all though. They have it all.
Yeah.
They do
Yep,
have it all.
and then
I'm not
here-
trying to talk shit about it. They have it all.
Yeah, Jeremiah cleared this up right here. Four Bros cutoff is at 32. Legit Four Bros established. Come on, so now we're making it legal. We're making
chopping-
it
We're chopping it down. We're chopping it down
Yeah.
right there, bro.
Hey, Paul Sharp's like, dang man, I can't get no more.
What? Don't be calling out my boy Paul Sharp.
I'm just kidding, bro, because he's
Match
my boy
of the-
too. I could do that.
Match of the century. Paul Sharp
is.
versus Brucey.
It is.
Straight up.
Straight up, bro. C-Flight champion, bro.
Deep Flight Kings. Deep Flight Kings.
Dude, but I swear, dude, RJ kicked my ass today, bro. And I'm like, again, it's not much to say, but it was like,
What was the score? What did y'all shoot?
no, I won't tell you the score.
Tell
You
me,
still beat
tell me.
though, bro.
Hurry up, bro. Just
No.
tell me.
No, 90. I shot at 99, bro.
Okay.
Bro,
Hey, in the words of Brucey, hey, shot to your handicap. Okay,
Yeah.
shot to your handicap.
horrible, bro.
What did
Horrible,
RJ shoot? Because he's always lying out his ass.
Okay, what'd you shoot, RJ? 97. Oh, he shot horrible too. He said he shot at 97. I said, RJ, how do you go?
So
from,
RJ said he shot a 77 at Alice,
in
and you're
Alice?
gonna go put up 20 plus strokes at.
But he
I
said
mean,
it's me. He said that I'm the problem.
he is, and I hope, and he saw it up close and personal. And I was asking RJ, I'm glad he drove around with us
Yeah.
on Saturday, and I said, RJ, do you see your uncle? And he goes, he's always like this. He said he's the problem.
Wow, really, bro?
And I said, no, but I mean, does the truth hurt? The truth hurts, right?
Yeah. I just can't control my emotions, bro.
No, you can. You just have you have a lack of respect for your playing partner. That's what it comes down to.
10-4 bus. I'm
That's what I'm
hurt.
saying,
I'm hurt.
No,
Man,
well, I
I
mean,
feel
okay.
attacked over here, bro.
No. That's what I'm saying. You can't be attacked because what do they always say to like people who are substance abuse? Like they have substance abuse, right? The first part is to recognize the problem, right? Is to recognize and accept it.
Paul Sharp would wreck Brucey. He would be so far inside that head.
Oh, dude, for reals, bro. For reals, bro. Paul, look at this.
Dude.
Look at this, bro. Look, Paul Sharp is the man. I know. Like, I don't know why you always call him out, Brucey, when you talk about like.
Because I like him. I know we could do that. I know I can do that. I'm a little bit intimidated by him. I swear I am, bro.
I would be if I were you, because Paul Sharp, hey man, he's fun.
Bro, I've
He's
never played with
fun.
him. I don't think I've ever played with him.
No, I'm okay.
I've never been in his group.
No, dude, he's great, bro. He's awesome.
Come
He
on.
he likes that Latin flair.
Ah.
He likes that Latin spice, bro.
Hey,
Hey,
he likes the habanero.
he likes some ghost pepper. Why not? Was it ghost pepper? He likes some Carolina
Yeah.
Reapers. Hey guys, Brucey, you weren't able to do it last week, so why don't you go ahead and talk about your shout out today as we close out the show?
Yeah, dude. So last week, I was a little bit bummed, man. I just want to give a shout out, dude, to my nephew Jeremiah Casas. Went to Houston, 4th of July weekend, man. The 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, and he won out there, man. He won in his weight class. He won in Texas Open class for his 119, I think 120 weight class, and he tore it up, bro. He fought some dude from Vegas. His first round, he fought a dude from San Antonio, his second one, and I forgot who his third one was for the championship, and he tore it up, bro. So he brought a nice belt back to Alice. So I just wanted to give him his flowers, man. I know this is not golf related, man, but again, it is just giving flowers when flowers need to be given. So I just want to just give him that, bro. Like I said, man, he's up and coming, bro, and he's gonna start fighting more and bigger places. So I just want to give him his flowers, man.
That's a great shout out, bro. My shout out today is attended a celebration of life service today, a funeral for a good friend's father-in-law, Gilbert Gibby Rodriguez. And you know what? Funny golfer, right? Funny golfer. We always call I think I said it on the show a couple weeks ago when he was just really, was not doing too well and the end was near. The first time I played with him, we played at Dominion. And did I tell the story last time, Brucey?
Yes,
I did.
Yeah.
I told the story.
Oh,
I don't think I
I
did.
think you
But I'm gonna
kinda
tell it
mentioned
again.
yeah,
All right.
tell it again.
So the first time I played with him, Me, him, and my buddy Jason, we were all wearing red shirts and black shorts. We were playing at the Dominion Country Club. We looked like three dudes that work at AutoZone, three Tiger Woods, three guys that work at Target, right? Like, I mean, we were freaking matching.
Wiper
I'm like
fluid.
this. Yeah. It's like, hey, can I change your windshield wipers for you?
Yeah, dude.
Can I check your battery?
Shit, right.
And so we're playing at Dominion, right? And this is the first time I meet him. This is the first time I meet Jake's father. Well, I had met him before. This is the first time I'd really interacted with Jake's father-in-law. And we come to hole 15 or 16 on the back there at the Dominion. And I proceed to hit a freaking house off the tee box. I hit a house left, and boom, it hits like the Spanish, like little tiles thing, whatever, right? Like the real nice ones. Boom, it hits it bad, right? And all of a sudden I see the back door open, and we're driving off, and Gibby's driving with Jake, and I'm with Jason, with Jake's brother-in-law.
Mhm.
And I tell Gibby, I said, Gibby, keep driving. Well, what does he do? He slows down and he freaking stops. The guy's yelling at him. Gibby turns around and he goes, "It was him." And I'm like this, and I'm over here, this motherfucker. I said, God dang it. So that was my first experience with Gibby Rodriguez. And we always had a great time playing. The next thing I noticed about him is that whenever it was like gimme distance, he would just pick up. He wouldn't ask anybody. He just picked it up. He's like, "Put me down for a 5." And I'm like this. What? And so from that point on, we started calling him Gibbies. Like, hey, is it a Gibby? Is it? Yeah, put me down. Yeah, hey, you're Gibby distance.
Inside the leather.
Inside Gibby distance. And so it was a great celebration. He was a civil servant for over close to 40 years. He worked in the court system, and his judge spoke today, and the judge he worked for, and his good friend that he grew up with. And so if nobody knew who Gibby Rodriguez was, it was great today. He was a good man, good golfer, loved his friends, loved his family. And he was a badass out of Burbank High School, baby.
Dang,
he was badass.
S.A. Burbank, bro.
He was a badass, dude. He was a badass. And it was great to celebrate his life today.
Awesome, bro. That's awesome, man.
Hey guys, thanks so much, guys. Make sure, guys, you continue to support our sponsors, FOREBROS Golf Tour. Never golf alone again. We take 0 fees. Also, make sure you check out our boy Brad Ishens with Metal Stacks. He'll help you pay off some of them green fees and help you secure some of that financial help right there. Last comment of the night: Brucey versus Paul Sharp net match.
Ooh,
Brucey, are you in?
At Riverside, Sea Flight champion.
There you go. Here we go. Last comment. Jeremiah Sierra, this is why we do this, because we're going to bury each other and remember the good times.
Exactly, bro.
Hell yes, baby. That's what it's all about. Remember, guys, in the game of life,